Welcome to another Magic the Gathering update. I figure I'd report on the Born of the Gods pre-release that I went to last night. I chose black. You see, you get a box with the mana symbol in the center. Mine says Destined to Dominate. And I did okay in the tournament afterwards. I broke even 3-3. Got beaten in the last round. In the box, you get 2 Born of the Gods boosters, 3 Theros boosters, and a set that's in plastic. Depending on what color you chose, and you got the promo of that color. 2 of my favorite cards were the Forge Stoker Dragon that I had in my deck. I went, red-black. And then Agent of Fates. These cards are very helpful as far as helping me do as well as I did in the tournament. And of course, before the pre-release, there was the one last Theros draft, and I actually earned a prize in that, going I think it was 5 rounds, 4-1, which was good. Obviously, you want to see some of the new cards. Obviously, Agent of Fates is not a new one. The Forged Stoker Dragon is a new one. It's actually the you get a foil with the white-red intro pack for the Born of the Gods. I bought the black-blue intro pack because, I figured I wanted to see more of them, and that was the only way to get boosters at the time, is you get 2 boosters with each intro pack. I wanted to see more of the Born of the Gods because a lot of the cards are really nice. Like, they got a lot of strong commons. Not sure how much you guys would like to see the commons. I'm going to apologize right now for mispronouncing these names. I don't know if there's a wrong way to pronounce them or a right way, but Servant of Tymeret. It's a zombie. It's got inspired. Whenever Servant of Tymeret becomes untapped, each opponent loses 1 life. You gain life equal to the life lost this way. So every time, every untap phase, you untap this thing, you're going to lose, have your opponent lose life and you gain a life. It's a 1/3, so it's not weak, and for only 3 mana, and plus it regenerates. And that's not a cheap regenerate cost, but for what this does, and it's a common, there's a lot of really good commons in this set. Now, I noticed there's a lot more Minotaurs. You got the Kragma Butcher. It's also gotten inspired. The inspireds all trigger when the creature untaps. So whenever Kragma Butcher becomes untapped, it gets +2/+0 until end of turn. And it's a 3 mana drop for a 2/3, which is alright, but if you're playing a Minotaur deck, odds are it's very aggressive and you're attacking every turn. So every time this guy untaps at the start of your turn, he's getting +2/+0, which is pretty damn good. He's a 4/3 for 3 mana for if you attack with him. And here's I thought a really sick one, especially for a green deck where you get lots of stuff in front of you. Aspect of Hydra. Target creature gets +X until end of turn, where X is your devotion to green. And it's a 1 mana drop. Giant Growth is a really good card too. 1 mana for +3/+3. This one gives you a +X for each green mana symbol you have on the board. So this has potential to be a lot bigger than a Giant Growth. And it is, of course, an instant. Mortal's Resolve, it's another instant. Target creature gets +1/+1 and gains indestructible until the end of the turn. That's pretty big, especially for a green deck where creatures are your bread and butter, and a lot of people, especially black and red, have a lot of removal. This was a way to keep your creatures alive and keep them beating on your opponent. This type of card, the green promo got a really strong one that had a tribute. But this one is just a common for 5 mana. It's a 4/4, which is reasonable. And it's got tribute 3. So this creature enters the battlefield. The opponent of your choice may place 3 +1/+1 counters on it. But if someone doesn't place the counters on it, then it gives an aura effect where when the Snake of the Golden Grove enters the battlefield, if tribute wasn't paid, you gain 2 life. I was really surprised by the quality of the commons in this set. There's some really strong ones. Fargax Giant, Tribute 2. When Ferox Giant enters the battlefield, the tribute wasn't paid. He deals 5 damage to each opponent. Should be pretty good in a big group game, but it's a 5 mana for a 3/3, so it's not quite as good. And then, of course, they have some more bestow enchantment creatures. And I also noticed they have some enchantment creatures that do not have the bestowed. So, and these creatures are usually fairly strong, but they become enchantment creatures, so now they're a little bit weaker for as far as removing. So you can now remove them if you can remove a creature or remove an enchantment. There's a lot of really cool cards in this set. And especially there's a lot of combinations that this set uses that you can use with other sets. I didn't get any of the gods, unfortunately, but I'd like to. I'm looking at purchasing a booster box, which I'll open in front of the camera and show you guys the rares when I get it. The Fate Unraveler, for 4 mana, you get a 3/4 creature, which is pretty good. And whenever an opponent draws a card, Fate Unraveler deals 1 damage to that player, which could be really good if you've got lots of cards that force people to cycle their hands or draw cards. This could be really potent in a deck like that. And for 4 mana and only 1 black mana of the 4, it's a good to add to your multicolor deck, especially if you're doing a lot of milling or force the guy to draw up a lot of cards. They have one of these types of cards for all the colors. I got the red one. This one's Archetype of Aggression for 3 mana, 1 being colorless, 2 reds. It's an enchantment creature, human warrior. It would be really good in a human deck as well. Creatures you control have trample. That's pretty damn powerful. Creatures your opponents control lose trample and can't have or gain trample. Not only does it give all your creatures trample, it takes trample away from all your opponent's creatures for 3 mana. Oh yeah, and it's not a 1/1, it's a 3/2. This is a very powerful card. It's only an uncommon, so expect to see a lot of those types of cards. Lots of very powerful cards in here. Definitely some good value. I'm excited to pick up a booster box of this and open it up and share it with you guys. The pre-release party was a lot of fun. The Theros draft before, and then at midnight, the pre-release party. I definitely enjoy collecting the game and definitely enjoy playing the game. And when you go to a tournament, you're going to play against high caliber opponents. I'm going to wrap this episode for now. Thanks for watching.